Hi, I'm Tiffany Lopez, but I prefer to go by T. Easy to remember, right? I'm a first year Film2Future student, a senior at Venice High School, and somewhat lucky enough to say I was born and raised here in Los Angeles. I've spent all 17 years of my life here, yet it seems I learn or find something new every day. Like how I found out there was a cool film program called Film2Future. For once, my school decided to do something nice and gave us a digital flyer for any filmmakers at Venice. I was intrigued, but scared it would be too good to be true. Believe it or not, I am a very anxious person. That unfortunately means I reject opportunities right in front of me because of good old fashioned fear. Thankfully, this time around, my family and friends refused to let me lose this one. Despite having a super rush letter of rec, submitting an application the day before it was due, and literally shaking during my interview, I got it. When the program started, the anxiety started crawling back to me because everyone seemed so much more talented and experienced than I was. All I could hear in the back of my mind was, "You don't belong here." That feeling was so hard to shake. I could feel my heart racing at every moment. I was scared someone would see right through me. Imposter syndrome is so fun. Soon we started doing more group activities and I got to talk with others in our class. It started off silly with my group. We made up a story about a bear and Swedish fish taking over the world from humans. It was a very dramatic tale with many twists and turns. It got more real when we did 4 corners on what impacts our life the most. Each corner or section had a sign that labeled different things that will be struggles in our life, like race or mental health struggles. I realized how understanding, open, and creative everyone was, and I wasn't used to that feeling. For the first time, I was amongst a group of strangers and felt included. I didn't feel the need to change or hide myself for anyone. Somehow after that, I managed to ride that social high to pitch a short that Film2Future picked to produce. I got to make a short about a part of me I'm barely reconnecting with now. I'm Mexican Salvadorian, but I only grew up connected to Mexico. The only parts of El Salvador I heard about were those of pain due to the civil war that my mom had experienced. However, one night, my mom made me something the way that her mom used to make her: eggs. As we ate, she told me about some of her childhood memories in El Salvador. I've never really seen her look back at her childhood like that. I just knew at that moment there was a story to tell with that memory. The second piece of inspiration was I learned that some of the artists I grew up loving were also Salvadorian, so I got more motivated to do the research. The final part of my inspiration was my old fear of losing my brothers due to our age gaps. Thankfully, that didn't happen. We still know each other on a daily basis. In a strange way, every piece of inspiration just kind of made my pitch. Now, bear with me. I know it's cheesy, but it felt like it was meant to be. I wrote and directed a short called Nosotros Torgoces. I got to work with an amazing team that is so talented. Yesenia Robles, our producer, Osvaldo Perez, our editor, Natalie Gonzalez, our illustrator, and Giselle Barajas, our sound mixer. I can't stress enough how talented the dream team is. They made every late night worth it and were the best I could ever hope for. I'll never forget the funny realization that we were the only ones left, and then Wendy from Film2Future coming into our breakout room, and she was surprised that we were still there. We had to play Zoom roulette, aka Russian roulette, where everyone gets kicked off one by one, just to leave because Lord knows we probably would still be there. I will also never forget our ghost story night that we had because we were all still on Zoom at like 10 at night. Apologies to my very patient parents for that, by the way. I had never really been on a team where everyone was just as dedicated as me. They even reassured me when I would get insecure, thinking I was being too demanding. I'm so grateful for you guys, and I really hope we all get to work together again. All of that hard work and all of those late nights resulted in something I will always look at with such pride. I saw my parents light up when they heard me talking about it, and seeing the surprise in my mom's face when she realized that Nosotros Torogoses was connected to El Salvador and what it really was about was a highlight. Doing this program has been such a privilege. I never thought I'd be able to do anything like this. I never thought I'd be able to come out of my shell the way I have. I will forever be grateful for the year I've had here.